In this video, we will learn if else and if elif else structure used in Python when we have to test some condition, and based on those conditions we'll take some actions. So first, starting with if else structure. If else structure is used when you have only two conditions. What do you mean by that is, take an example where you are testing whether a person can vote or not. For that, you need the age of that person. The eligibility or the condition is, if the person age is 18 or above, he or she can vote, otherwise they cannot vote. So you have this condition which you will test over here. If age is greater than equal to 18, and if the condition is true, if the person is more than 18 or 18, he can vote. If the condition is false, he cannot vote. So this is if a structure. If the condition is true, he can vote, else he cannot vote. Now come to the condition where we have in a situation when we have to test more than one condition. In that case, you can use if elif else structure. So it is used when you have more than two conditions. Now take an example of, like, you have given a number and you are asked to tell whether the number is positive, negative or 0. So you will be having three conditions here. The number can be positive, the number can be negative, or it can be 0. First, starting with the very first condition, if the number is 0. When we are comparing in programming, we put equal to sign two times. That is a compare operator now. So double equal to means you are comparing the value. So if your number is equals to 0, it means the number is 0. Now, if it is false, means your number is not 0. So there can be two conditions. Either the number is positive or negative. So the second condition you will give in elif block. If the number is greater than 0, then the number is positive, else the number is negative. So let's see how we can implement it in Python. First of all, we'll start with voters. So first I will give the comment using hash test the eligibility vote. For that, I need to take a number. So I'm taking the variable age where I will accept the age from the user, and then that is going to be integer type, or you can say a number. Then input will help you to take input from the user. Your message will go in double quotes. So you will ask the user to enter the age. Enter your age. After that, you will want to print the age of that person so that he can see or she can see that this is the age entered by me, and accordingly I am eligible or not. So you can print the message, your age is, within the double quotes definitely, or you have entered. After that, you want to display the variable in which you are storing the age, and that is age. After the comma, you will give that variable, right? And then let me first save it this much. Give it a name. For example, you're testing the eligibility to vote, so voter whatever you want to give, and then click on save. Then you need to run this. Now you have to enter the age, and this is how it will display the message. Now let's come back over here and look over here at the program. First you are taking the age from the user, he has entered, and secondly you are printing the age. This is it. Now we have to test the eligibility. So if age is greater than equal to 18, then you will put colons. Press enter. Now don't go over here, start from here, because Python works with indentation. So if I start writing from here, print, and then your message, you can. After that, else part, else, and then semicolon. If I again start from here, it will give me error. So do not disturb the indentation. The default indentation it will automatically take, but don't change that. You save and run. See, as I told you, indentation means whatever it is taking by default, you have to stick with that. So if you press enter again, the cursor will come after some tab space. So this is what is called indentation. So you have to stick to that. Then else should be where you started if, right? If and else should be in the same vertical indentation, and then print is also going to be here. Now save and run it again. It is asking to enter the age. I am entering 74, and then it is telling me yet you have entered 74 and you can vote. Now if I run the program again, this time I am entering 11. So you have entered 11 and you can't vote. So this is how you test two conditions. Now let's come back over here for if elif else condition. For that, again a new file, and then it is always better to give comments. Test whether the number is positive or 0 using if elif else, right? So first you need a number. Again you will take a number in a variable, let's say num equals to int. Int is integer. Integer means negative numbers, positive number including 0. So int input, then your message, enter a number, enter a number. You have to test. So if num equals to 0, so you are comparing. If the number is equal to 0, so comparing means double equal to sign. If num is equal to 0, print that number is 0. You have entered 0, right? Now in case the user has not entered a 0, then you have to test whether the number is positive or negative. For that you have to go to elif condition. Now elif condition again will start from where you have started if. So look at the vertical alignment, vertical indentation. If is starting from here, so your elif should also start from here. Now earlier it was else if. Python made it short, abbreviated it elif. Now the condition, if num is greater than 0, then your column. Now the number, if the number is greater than 0, then what is the message? The message will be you have entered a positive number. And last part, last condition will be given with else. Now you don't compare the value because it's obvious. If the number is not 0, if the number is not less than 0, then it is obviously when the number is not it's you're testing for the second time that number is greater than 0, then obviously the third condition is true, that is the number is less than 0. So you will not put the last condition here, that you will give with the else part always, whether you have two conditions or 4 or 5 conditions. Then you will put you have entered a negative number. Okay, save it and then run it. I'm saving it for the first time. So integers, I am giving it integers. And then run it. Asking me to enter a number, I have entered 5. Okay, num is not defined. Let me see where the problem is. Okay, I have taken num 1. So I have to take the same variable over here. I'm gonna run it again. I'm entering 5. You have entered a positive number. Now let's see if I enter 0. You have entered 0. And if I enter a negative number, -7, you have entered a negative number. And if you want to display the number also, just like you have displayed in voter's age of the voter you have displayed, so you can do so. And like you have entered a positive number, and that is you just give the variable where you are storing that number, that is num1, right? Give a space here. Message, put a comma and the variable that you want to display. That will not be in double quotes. Enter a number, I have entered 4. You have entered a positive number and that is 4. Okay, run it again. This time I'm entering a negative number. You have entered a negative number and that is 4. So I guess this is clear. Now do the activities that I have given you and do send it at the mail address that I have specified. It may be in your class group as well. Okay, so do send that those activities to me, mail it to me.